Well, happy Memorial Day weekend. It's Sunday, and it is the day before Memorial Day itself. So, I decided to try a bit of a hint of an experiment in name. And that hint, you probably noticed it, maybe you didn't. Hey, how you doing, Go Warriors? Is the use of the term sports talk live. Stream, right? Oakland Raiders season tickets sold out sports talk live stream. And the reason I did that, hey, how you doing, is because stream is good. That's what we do. We're doing sports talk. I mean, you're chatting, but then occasionally have a guest on and you can hear that talk. And sometimes it's not sports, sometimes it's entertainment. But the bottom line is it's very much like radio, right? Hey, John Marks, happy Memorial Day to you. So I decided, a lot of what people respond to is what you see in an email or notification. And there's some people who will say, oh, Oakland Raiders. Yeah, I'll respond. Oh, there's that Raiders, that. And so, so I decided to put the two things together that we are doing, which is what we like to talk about doing for the most part as we grow, and that is, Raiders stuff, right? And what I'm doing right here is I'm looking down is I'm setting the watch page. And the settings for that, and let's view on watch page. And here, stay on page for 1 second because we're not there yet. Go back, advanced settings, yes. I don't know what is category sports. That's the problem. There we go, sports. Save changes. Got it. All right, monetization. View on watch page. And voila, here we are. Wow. It's more people than I expected for Memorial Day weekend. Hey, Melvin Lovejoy. We've got the Zinsters here. We've got Raider Kuko, Jamal Mills, John Marks, Go Warriors, Joshua RG. I haven't seen you in quite a while. He says, yep, sold out already. Barry Lee is here. Barry Lee is here. Man, oh man. And I'm going to tweet this out and say, hey, everybody, and share. Happy birthday, Melvin Lovejoy. It's Melvin Lovejoy's birthday. Whoa, how about that? Now, I'm going to say Raider Nation, NFL, hashtag sports talk, hashtag Raider Nation. There. And, wow, there we go. And we've got thumbs up, and there's the first tweet, folks, and I'm going to actually open up the Twitter stream here and tweet that out and make sure it's tweeted out and boosted out a bit. I've got a bone to pick with this whole issue about Raider tickets being sold out. And the bone I have to pick is this, all right? It's, first of all, it's fantastic news. I texted Mark Davis and said congratulations. I sincerely mean that. But I'm wondering how much of that is due to the brilliance of Raiders season ticket sales people, and the other due to just demand out and out, and the other part of it due to Marshawn Lynch. It's that I wonder about all that. I really do. I'm wondering, and the reason I'm wondering that is it's not to take any steam or fire away from it. I'll get your comments in a second really quick. I just want to get this thought out to get you to jog your thinking a bit, all right? Brokers rush in and they buy tickets like nobody's business. Now, for those of you who are a bit, young and wet behind the ears and that sort of thing, and you wondering what a ticket broker is a person who basically sells tickets. Sometimes on the street. It used to be that they get a block of tickets in the old days before the internet, and they'd sell them on the street. Rick Rice, how you doing? And they would sell them on the street, right? Hey, you want a ticket? Great ticket. Raiders versus Broncos, right? And then the law caught up to them and stopped that sort of thing, And so now, and I didn't, well, the law didn't really stop it, but what happened was that it went underground as the laws caught up to it. And then what happened was that as the law caught up to the ticket broker, something happened that really, shall we say, elevated their fortunes. And that was the internet, all right? The internet. And the internet really made it possible to go get tickets, buy tickets, sell tickets, and just, generally do deals and not run afoul of the law as much, right? What happened was a funny thing happened. Basically, people realized, hey, you know what? I can go on out and I can get involved in, hawking tickets and make some money online. I can post my link to Craigslist or from Craigslist, and I can make some dollars here. And then the sports teams realized, hey, this is actually good for us too. And something else sprang up from that, starting with StubHub. It was called the secondary ticket market. And we're talking about the early part of the 21st century. And within that, there was the affiliate market, where if I put a link on my website, I can sell tickets. If you click on my link and go, then where you can buy tickets, right? All that happened. All that, started. And so all that started, and then it continued to grow. We have Ticketmaster, which used to not get involved in online tickets, getting involved, and then Ticketmaster set up its own affiliate program, and so on and so on. Now, to cut to the chase, this has become huge business, the secondary ticket market. It's something that the NFL used to do, the NFL didn't do, and now it has its own NFL tickets exchange, right? So we all know now that it's common business for someone to resell a ticket. You just can't do it standing by the stadium like you used to. So I say all that to say this. I believe that a large part of the problem, a large part of the issue, is that a large part of the report that we're hearing, not issue or problem, is that the brokers have swept in and bought up, either in large, medium-sized chunks or gigantic chunks, these tickets. And they're going to redistribute them over the season, because they believe that they can sell those tickets. That's what I believe. So this whole idea of the Raiders not selling tickets, it doesn't mean that the brokers aren't going to take a bath on some games. They may very well do that. But it means that from the Raiders' perspective, it's less like they're not going to have a problem selling tickets at all. They sold out of their season ticket base. Gone. Thanks to a large degree to the brokers. And that's my story. As I say, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it, okay? And I really believe that ticket brokers have played a great role in driving this whole thing that we're talking about right here. I really believe that. I really do. So what say you? You want to say that I'm wrong? I'm wondering. Because I don't think that I'm wrong. What do you think? Let's see here. I am still priming the pump for this conversation and moving forward. All right. So I'm going to go. I've logged out the social media there, and I'm going to go back and move forward. And yeah, here we go. Now, Is this all right? More proof Oakland team deserved better, but does the NFL care? Agree. If this now, I'm going to work backward because I missed some of your comments here, but it says, Golden State Raiders say he's glad he kept his tickets, and hello everybody, Golden State. Aaron Blaylock says there are serious contenders and people know this is the last time to have a champ in Oakland. Harry Dunn says, can't wait to see the Raiders play in a transient city like Las Vegas where we half Raider fans and half of whoever they are playing, shaking my head. And, hey, if you all would tweet this out, fantastic, as a bit of assistance there. That's what I was doing. I was tweeting it and putting it on various social media, and now I'm putting it on LinkedIn. And I'm going to put one. I put one on LinkedIn right now. And Pinterest and Facebook and all over the place. So just letting everybody know that we're talking about this subject and that they can chime in. That's what I'm doing. And again, the reason why I'm doing this way now is because YouTube Live Mobile does not allow you to set up a page ahead of the live stream. Okay? It does not allow you to do that. So what happens is that you have to go through and spend your first few minutes, as I say, priming the pump and letting people know that you're out there and that the stream is started for those who didn't get the notification, okay? And so that is exactly what I am doing, putting it on Google Plus, putting it all over the place. And Firefox has this annoying, I don't know if you use Firefox on the Mac, but sometimes it has this annoying little screen that comes up about I don't know what it's advertising, but it just bugs the crap out of me. All right, sorry about that. Now I'm going to get to your comments, and it says, hey, Jamal, how you doing? Hey, Zinni, I don't know if you saw the video of Mark Davis after the meeting. I tried to tweet it to you. Jamal, are you talking about the video regarding his comments about construction starting in January? That's no surprise if you take a look at the timeline. I mean, he's not going to say, and this, I don't mean to be weird, but thank you, Barry. I don't mean to be weird, but this is why I really heavily discount what the Raider brass says. And I'm not to be disrespectful, but they're only saying what you expect them to say. They're not going to say, okay, we've got a problem. If they do. They're not going to say, well, all right, we've been involved with UNLV for a year and a half now almost, and we still don't have a deal. They're not going to say anything like that. They're going to do everything they can to put as rosy a picture on this whole deal as possible. And particularly Mark Davis, and there's a very good reason for that. The Bank of America, as we talk, is in the process of trying to get that big group of banks lined up to provide financing behind the loan, the line of credit that they have reportedly agreed to give the Raiders, not necessarily given it yet. So that's what's happening. Yeah, Bank of America is in place. But right now, you don't want, look, we're all people, okay? And you don't want some person who happens to be on vacation in Hawaii, who's one of the bankers you're trying to work with, or happen to watch, say, Fox Sports or my channel, and then see Mark Davis say something negative about his own deal. That just isn't smart, okay? So you're not going to hear that from the Raiders at all. At all. Benjamin West, hey, how you doing, Benjamin? Welcome. Benjamin says, Zinni, Raiders are a hot ticket these days. We've all been waiting long enough for a competitive team. That is true. And I'm not trying to take away from what was done to build the team. I haven't seen the web data. That's the one with the best way to check it. But I'll bet you that season ticket calls skyrocketed when it was announced that Marshawn Lynch was officially coming back to the Raiders. Coming back to Oakland and playing for the Raiders, because he's here on the off season. This is his home. So now he's officially with his home team, and he wants to do something magical. People want to see that. I want to see that. You want to see that. So yeah, I'm not discounting that at all. Now, Steve Collins says that's called bandwagon fans. Yeah, how does that work, Steve? I want to know. Now, Golden State Warrior says he's a real Raider fan, and it's all money of the day, he says. And he says that Raider Kuko says, I agree, Zinni. I know of season ticket holders that have 4 tickets and sell 2 to pay for the others. I think it's smart if you can afford it. That's an interesting take. Joshua RG says, if this gives us 2019-2020 with our team, I'm hella excited. And, you know, it just very well may do that. And Rick Rice, it's great to see you and Barry Lee. And Jamal Mills says he just got back from watching Pirates of the Caribbean, which he recommends that everyone sees. And Evening Juan Ramirez, and Juan says evening family. Oh, thank you. That's very sweet. Very nice. And Aaron Blaylock says the final years of real home field advantage, barring something changing, which, you know what, we'll see. But the NFL is really committed to this. And what I mean by that is they're committed to putting money into it. So the idea of this falling apart still could happen. The Raiders are leaving a back door for themselves that's open, but and here's something else too. There are people who told me that the Raiders still haven't made up with Shell Nails. So he's willing to let this continue, but even if he doesn't, the money, the hotel money, doesn't go away. It's still money that the Las Vegas Convention and Visitors Authority can't go after if UNLV decides it doesn't want to have a new football stadium, which I sincerely doubt. So there is always that, as I've said before, sword of Damocles hanging over the head of the Raiders. But I think it's a good thing for the organization. It's a good kick in the pants to get them to operate better as a going concern, as a business. Because arguably they haven't for a lot of their existence. Now, getting back to your comments here. Joseph Jackson, how are you? Hey, we're up to 32 tonight. I didn't expect this kind of number. This is great. And Joseph, it's always great to see you. And Golden State Waiter says, everyone's a winner. Drew Glaze says, example, Warriors. And Golden State Waiter says, I was there, Steve, when we got blown out by the Eagles in 2013. And I'm going to try an experiment. If anybody is out there on Skype and you want to call in now, I will give priority either to moderators, which I'll accept without discussion, or anyone else who's a regular viewer, like, for example, Octavio, who's already connected with me on Skype, all right? But if you are one of those and you want to say something on Skype as part of it, show, let me know. So, John Marks had computer issues. Oh no. Maniac, 5900, haven't seen you in a long time. He says, so let's say the Raiders start losing again. When they move to Las Vegas, what happens next? I don't know. I think that's when you say what happens next, do you mean do they win? Do they lose? That question go in so many different ways. I'll take a stab at it, Maniac. And in answer to your question, Joseph, yes, I am still. But Maniac, coming back to your question, the answer, let's take that in this way. Would moving to Vegas cause the Raiders to field a better winning team? Not necessarily. The argument right now is the Raiders as a team would be more distracted because of the glitz and glamour of Vegas, on top of the fact that they're new there, and because they're new to Vegas and Vegas is new to the NFL scene, there will be all kinds of temptations and distractions that the normal NFL team doesn't have to deal with. That's John Madden's concern. So there's a strong argument to make for the idea that the Raiders will actually be a subpar performing team in Las Vegas. That is an argument. I'm not saying I buy the argument, but it's an argument. And I say I don't buy the argument entirely because if you have players that are susceptible to such temptations, you don't need them. I don't care if they're Oakland Raiders, Pittsburgh Steelers, Dallas Cowboys, LA Rams, and you need to turn them over with professionals who can play in that market. And the Raiders would have to find them. Ideally, if that's the case, the Raiders would come away after a time with a better squad, more focused than the normal NFL squad, given where they're located. All right. So there's an argument for, yeah, that's starting out at first, and then altering and having a group of players that really get it and play regardless of the environment. In the Vegas environment, I mean. Now, Brad, how are you? Says people want to see them before they leave. Some ticket holders kept their seats. More are selling them for the cash, homie. And so Go Warriors like to talk on Skype. So let's see here, and let me see that. And thank you, Benjamin, for the button request. All right, so let me go here and fire up Skype. And Go Warriors, are you on Skype now? I'm just asking. Are you there? Give me a ping via the chat. Let me know. This is going to be interesting. I haven't done this before, but it's a cool experiment to try, right? And ML Scott, Money Lynch. I'm reaching over to set up the speaker here, which, you notice how electronic things seem to have a mind of their own. And so, thank you, ML. Golden State Warrior, I do not hear you. Let me go up. Okay, now he says, let me get on Skype, be right back. All right, so, all right. So that sound you might hear in this background is Skype firing up right now. And Golden State Warriors is going. Now, remember, I believe I'm going to accommodate more than one person on this. Well, I know I've done it with Dr. Death and Boss Man at the same time, all right? And, like, Boss Man's away. So, and there's Go Warriors, who had sent me a new contact request, which I have just accepted. And that's on. So he's offline right now. And John Mark says he'll just stay here or there tonight. So when Go Warriors comes up, he'll probably just give me the ping, and I think he's got a cami thing, yeah, so I'll have to do the side-by-side deal, right? But this will be interesting. This will be quite interesting. This is the first time I've had a member of the flock on this way, right? So thank you, Ruben. I appreciate that very much. Thank you all for your support, and this has been fantastic. And I'm really excited because this gives me an excuse to experiment with different kinds of media. And John Mark says he might do it tomorrow. You want to talk hockey? Now, Garden State Raiders says, Zenny, what are you doing up? Sleep is the best weapon. And okay. So at any rate, Garden State, I'm up because you're up. And you're up because I'm up. And we're all up. We're all up. It's not that late. Come on. This is better late night talk radio than watching Me TV, right? Or just passively watching something. This is more participant. John Mark says, let's talk old TV shows and drive-in theaters. Eventually. But John Marks, what do you think of the idea that, and Gold Warrior says, hold on. What do you think of the idea that Marshawn Lynch was the final spark that lit the flame that caused season ticket sales? Or was it hungry brokers, or was it both? I say both. What say you? Oh, by the way, running is great for the soul. Oh, by the way, and this gets to, where's Miguel Rose? Where's Miguel Rose when you need him? Miguel and I were having this little tiff earlier where he got after me for saying that Michael Vick should be on the Ring of Honor for the Falcons. I say he should be on the Ring of Honor for the Falcons. Yes. John Mark says it's a combination of things. Mikey Mike says, what's up? What's up? How you doing? There are too many unknowns for the Las Vegas plans. Major mistake. I agree with you. There are a lot of unknowns. Except one. Right now they're focused in that direction. Which is like, where's Ronnie Lott? Ronnie is working, not on the Raider issue. Brad Brugman says Dave Cavall should be the majority owner of the Raiders, with Tom Hanks co-owner. I like that idea, but I wish Dave Cavall would stop holding Oakland hostage by saying, I wonder, should it be Howard Terminal, or should it be the Coliseum, or should it be Jack London Square? I have to do this analysis to determine what we already know. Everybody wants Howard Terminal. We can pay for the infrastructure improvements. Just push and do it, Dave. That's Golden State. Let's go Warriors. Hold on. Go Warriors. Whoops. He just hung up. And the call was dropped. So let's see if he tries again. And phone answered. Yep, there he is. Call dropped again. What's going on here? Let me try calling him. Wow. Okay, so I'm answering his phone. It says, and I'm getting the G, which I'm getting the Gold Warriors part right. And he doesn't have his camera on. I've just turned my camera on. So this is interesting. There's my camera. Hey, Donis. Hello. There's Dogfights. Hey, are you doing it without the camera? Golden State, Gold Warriors, or are you doing it with?
I thought I was doing it with.
Okay, because I'm waiting for your camera to fire up, but I don't see it. I don't see you. So, Garden State Waiter says, not to get off topic, what do you think of the Korean, this Russian thing? Oh, gosh. Oh. Donis has Skype, too. Okay. And, Donis, he wants to chime in. Let's do this. Let me try this one by one right now. Let me see, because right now I've got Golden State on, but his camera's not firing up. If it doesn't fire up, I just may do the volume thing. And so, hey, let me try something here. I can talk again. Hello?
Hello?
Oh, I can hear you loud and clear. But your camera's on, right?
Yeah, I thought my camera was on. I thought so.
Now, did you call me using your camera? If you push the camera icon first, that's a problem. You have to use the standard phone, and then when the standard phone call activates, then you hit video. Because you can see me, right?
Okay. I'll have to hang up with you and then turn it on.
Yeah, go try that. Yeah, try that. Try that. So, Donkey is here. How are you? Donkey. Where has he been? Hey, Donkey, how are you doing? How are you? ML Scott says, do you think the city of Oakland is playing the game strategically? All right, let's try that. And, all right. He's trying again. The G is... There's a little white thing that circles around the G like that, right? And Daniel Dillon, how are you? Daniel says, so sorry that Ronnie and the plan are disappointed along with city officials 10 minutes after the criminals, that vote. Criminal BS vote. Oh, and we're having technical difficulties with Gold Warriors. Let me try calling him back, see what's going on. He's online, and so, yeah, John Marks is right. And ML Scott says, Zinni, do you think the city of Oakland is playing the time game strategically, waiting to go to court and longer and hold the Raiders in Oakland longer? ML, what's happening is there's a group of city officials who do not feel it's. Well, I'm calling you right now, Gold Warriors. I'm actually calling you. I'll call you again. Anyway, there's a group of people who feel that it's not a good idea to sue, all right? And I say a group of people, Oakland public officials in high places who make these decisions. And they've ballied around different ideas, different approaches. But the main problem that I have now with a lawsuit is it should have went out the door like that. A. B. We didn't come in clean as a city with this whole jazz of, well, if you better do it now, because if you don't, we have these folks that want to develop the property. Well, that's not what you want to hear, all right? And so, all right, so there's Go Warriors. Hello. And we're trying it again with Go Warriors. And it's buffering. Ruben says, hello, Zenny. What do you think will happen when training camp comes around and Mark Davis has to interact with fans? Oh, that's going to be a scene. I wonder, well, I think it's going to be mixed. I think people will be complimentary toward him, but...
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear, Gold Warriors. Can you hear me? Yeah. Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear. I can't see you, but I can...
No, I can't.
You can't see me? I can't see you. Your camera's not on. Does your camera icon have anything that has a cross through it? Click it to make the cross go away. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to use your camera. Is your camera hooked up?
Yeah, it is, but it's got the line through it and it's not letting me turn it on.
You can click it, but the line is not going away?
Right.
Wow. Do you have it hooked up to your camera where it actually knows where the camera is?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll just go ahead and talk. How's that?
That works.
All right, cool. So, folks, we got Go Warriors on the line here. And everybody say hi to Go Warriors in this fashion. So, hey, Go Warriors, do you have YouTube up as well where you can see the questions?
I do.
Oh, this is cool. So, yeah. So, I'm going to write Go Warriors, Go is on the line. On the line. Go is on the line. So Amos Hot says, Go Warriors, who is fumbling with something. I don't know what he's fumbling with. What are you fumbling with, Go Warriors? Hello.
I have a fan hooked up to my computer, my laptop, so I was moving it.
Oh, okay. Hey, so do you live in the Bay Area? Where do you live? Tell us about yourself.
I live in Denver, Colorado.
That's right, you're the Denver guy. That's right. And are you in high school?
Yes.
What high school are you in?
I am actually homeschooled.
Wow, you're homeschooled. Wow. That's so how long have you been homeschooled? Congratulations to your parents for making that decision.
Yeah.
Wow.
2015, yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Miguel Rose, say hi to Go Warriors. He is on the Skype with us, and we're talking. And John Marks says, wow, Go Warriors is smart as a whip. And John Marks also says the Godfather Greer should make an offer Mark Davis can't refuse. So, hey, what's it like growing up? First of all, let me ask, I'm curious, when you're homeschooled, are you homeschooled singularly? Do you have a group that you're with so you get socialization and meet other students, or how does that work?
Well, I do go to church.
Yeah.
I have a homeschool group that I'm affiliated with, but I don't go there. Mm-hmm. It's just for the credits and my homeschooling. Wow.
So what are you studying? What is it that what gets you going? Do you like math, science, French?
My favorite subject is history.
Oh, history. Any particular type of history? American? Yeah.
American history is my favorite.
Wow. Any particular era? Like, do you like World War I, World War II?
The post-World War II era.
Whoa, so the Cold War.
The after World War II era.
Yeah, the start of the Cold War with Russia and the United States and Sputnik and John F. Kennedy in 1962 and all that era, or immediately after when we took over Japan into the Dodge policies, all that stuff?
Really, it's um, to this. It goes my history book that I'm studying right now. It was got my last history book was up to Obama,
Oh wow, okay, wow, this is
and
something. Huh.
so that's what I was. That's what I'm studying right now. Is
Wow,
up to Obama.
wow, wow. Hey,
But
so wow.
but yeah, here in Colorado, I just went recently down to downtown Denver, which has the I went to the state capitol learning about that, and it talked about our state and our constitution, and well, not constitution, but it talked about a lot of state issues.
Hmm.
But I'm right now in civics, which is local and state government.
Uh-oh. He's studying to be a mayor, folks. Hey, so what do you think of the Raiders season ticket news? We're talking and help me respond. I'm gonna put you help me respond to some of these. So you've got like Golden State Raiders says he's bought a ticket field pass. Mark Davis says hello. We have a guy on here named Mark Davis. You believe that?
That's interesting.
And I don't think he's the real Mark Davis. Miguel Rose says Barry Lee Michael Vick was convicted of murdering, torturing. Okay, all right. I have to explain this because uh, oh, Mikey Mike was timed out by Barry Lee. So anyway, Big Eightful says, Mr. Zinni going to the Raiders games this year? Yes, I am. And he asks, when are you going to talk to Bousman again? Well, I talked to him last night, and I talk to him regularly. Barry Lee says, oh, that's right. Thanks for an adult response. So that's hilarious. Hey, so and Mark Davis says, I will be at all the home games. Don't you worry. I got your money for some garlic flies. Oh, this is hilarious.
Jenny,
This is not Mark Davis. You know that, right?
one thing that's bad living here in Denver
Uh-huh.
is having to deal with all the Bronco fans here in Denver. It stinks being a Raiders fan here in Broncos country. It
Oh, my God.
stinks.
Oh, is there any place you can go where there's like Oakland Raider fans, like a Raider club or anything? You can go with your
No.
parents or wow. Wow. Are your
I
parents into
mean,
the Raiders? Are you a lone wolf in the family or
okay, here's history. My dad grew up here in Colorado,
Mhm. Mhm.
and he is a die-hard Broncos fan.
Wow. And he didn't disown you. Good for your dad.
He has literally 20 to 25 jerseys,
What?
or actually, well, Broncos clothing, literally. And he
What?
has so many jackets and Super Bowl jackets and Super Bowl t-shirts and just everything Broncos. He is a fan.
That is hilarious. Did you guys hear that? He's trapped. He's trapped. Oh, and so Drew Glace asked a question. This is for me. He says, so when the JPA says they lose money every Raider game, does that also apply to the A's and Warriors games too? Drew Glace, not so much the Warriors, but to the A's games, yeah, because of the fact that the A's are not drawing a lot. But the bottom line is the JPA doesn't collect as much in revenue in terms of sponsorships as it needs for operations. Okay, that's the problem. Right now, the JPA is working without a naming rights agreement, and we haven't had a good naming rights agreement in forever. So right now, that is the state of affairs. Could it change? Yeah, but it hurts to get sponsorships when every time you turn around, you're looking at one of your teams either, in the case of the Raiders and the Warriors, leaving or trying to leave, or in the case of the A's, threatening to go someplace else, and maybe Howard Terminal or Jack London Square. So there has to be a different type of way to slice the sponsorship deal. Look, in other words, tie it to something else that's beyond the Coliseum itself, but still in Oakland, since both Oakland and Alameda County own the Coliseum, right? You know, a multiple facility deal, like put your name over here, maybe put another part of it on the convention center, that sort of thing. I think that's the kind of setup that should be done. Let me get to some other comments here. And John Mark says, you will fail Mark Davis. What did Mark Davis say? Uh-oh. Hey, anybody we should be ban? Who you got your eye on? Anyone we should be banning? Go Warriors?
Not yet.
I think Barry Lee's doing a great job as a moderator. And
oh, you and Barry Lee, you beat me to the punch a lot of the time blocking people.
Oh, God. Well,
I cannot get to it before you block them.
Well, I'll tell you a little reason why. I don't do it a lot, but when I do it, it's like that. And it's because anything that I look at that's immediately attacking someone or just offensive, it takes me 1 second to ask if I have to ask the question if it's offensive. If after that 1 second it comes up yes, I pull the trigger. So that 1 second for me is an eternity of time. For you, it's in a flash. But no, I don't waste any time doing that, and that's because I part of it is I know how I want this to go. Miguel Rose says, "Hey Zinni, where's all the time gone? I can't believe they were already halfway done with 2017. No, we're not. Man, the time sure is going by fast." John Mark says, "Never Mark Davis. No, it's just May." Okay, June. Ruben Ortiz says, "Zinni, could you please finish answering the training camp question?" Yes, I will do that, Ruben. I will do that right now. And Mark Davis says he's got Bill to pay. Todd Christensen, how you doing? He says, "When I saw my first Raider game at Oakland OCO, the Mad Bomber was a quarterback." Daryl LaMonica he's talking about. Now, let me answer Ruben Ortiz's question about training camp. And I thought I did. I said there are people that are going to be nice to Davis, but they're also going to be candid about how they feel regarding the whole Vegas situation. I think on balance, it's going to be a little dicey. That's what I think. Have you ever been to a training camp? Go Warriors?
Raiders? No, I have not. I'd love to go though.
Yeah. Now, what's your feeling regarding the whole issue with Gary and Conley wearing the number 2, and which is the same number as Jamarcus Russell and the same training camp number as Charles Woodson? Do you think Gary and Conley will actually make the team? I mean, I
think he would. Mm-hmm. I really think so. Mm-hmm. I mean, he would be, seeing his stats, he would be a good player for that team.
Well, I don't mean his playing ability. No. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about that other issue of his, which I happen to think he was set up. I just think it was a setup. Now,
I do too. I agree with you. I think it was a setup too.
Yeah. Now, hey, I'm going to put you to work here. Read some of the questions here that you've got. Somebody said they had to go. Ruben says, "Thank you, Zinni." Pick. I'm going to give you a little practice here since you're new to the game. Just pick one and read it out loud. Any one. Generally, the most recent one first. Like that's a question. And so, John Mark says, "Happy birthday, JFK." Just pick any one. Don't be shy.
Yeah, I gotta find that. There's a lot.
Pick one. Pick whatever. Just don't look for any. Just look for a statement. Anything. Like just say Cal Rich says JFK the best president, or Drew Place. Yeah, pick a range.
Yeah, Golden State Raiders said I'll be going to training camp this year. I wish I could take everyone.
Yeah, I wish. Hey, let us know, Golden State Raider. Brad Bergman says, when they leave, does the Alameda facility go to the NFL, or does the city of Alameda sell the land and screw the NFL too? Well, the NFL doesn't own the land to begin with. It's owned by the city of Oakland and the county of Alameda. The NFL wanted to own it prior to and I would think still does, really, prior to the Raiders' vote. But that land is owned by the city of Oakland 50%, the county of Alameda 50%. Or if they sell it, the NFL gets nothing from that. That's not that's history. And go Corvette, how you doing? And now read what Corvette says. Go Warriors.
Go Warriors, the second Zinni in the making. That's funny.
Oh boy. And Miguel asked me when I'm going to get Amy Trask on. When she agrees. She hasn't agreed. Golden State Raider says, "Go Warriors is a bright kid that will grow on YouTube. I'll bet on that." We got it. Now.
See, Zinni.
Yes.
I have my bedroom in the basement. Mm-hmm. And I was doing a live stream Friday night or Thursday night. I was so loud my mom and dad could hear me through the vents.
No, no. Did they come
So
down?
I had it. So I'm toning it down tonight
Okay. You
because
should.
it's 11:01 in Denver.
11:01. It is 1:01 here. You should invite your
Right,
parents onto your live streams. You make them, make them part of the show.
right.
I mean, you and your dad can have these great tete-a-tetes. There's a kind of French for kind of a battle and battle, okay? About Raiders versus Broncos, you know? And so,
You can. So when Jack Del Rio went to the Raiders in 2015,
hmm
that is when I left and followed Jack Del Rio to the Raiders.
ah,
Now, in 20, now I didn't really follow the Raiders until 2016.
hmm
After this last season, me and Dad had gotten into so many fights
no,
over
no.
Raiders and Broncos because I would root against the Broncos so many times. He would get pretty upset with me going against the Broncos.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, my gosh. But you guys, I'm sure he's a good father. He's raised a great son, right? So,
Oh, he is.
yeah.
He's a good dad, and I'm getting raised in a Christian family.
Oh, God bless. God bless. Hey, Todd Christian says, hey, Zenny, is there any word on whether they're going to open up the top of Mount Davis? Not yet. And well, look, considering that they sold out season tickets, I seriously doubt unless there's such a pin-up demand for off non-season ticket game-to-game tickets that they just can't resist doing it. But right now, I don't see that. Um, oh, let's see here. We have an incoming call from someone I do not recognize. Who is Zep 1956? Here's a good test for you, Golden State Warriors. If you ever get a call from somebody and you're doing a live stream, you don't recognize them, and you have it active, just say to the brethren at all. So
I don't know either.
yeah, me neither. I have no idea who Zep is. Zep 1956 is like, yeah, whatever. Okay, fine. Now now Zep could get on the live stream and chat. That'd be great. And Mark Davis says no. What? And all right, so Golden State, give it another shot. Pick somebody and read one. Pick what Corvette has to read.
Raiders fans are different fans than any other NFL fans. They're still supporting the team even though they're still leaving. Raider fan till I die, but sad they're leaving. I agree with you there.
Yeah, I still say it's a process and we have to just go and deal with the process. That's what I say. And
There's another Raiders fan in my church.
mm-hmm,
So me and him are the only Raiders fans. And, I Las Vegas isn't that far from Denver.
mm-hmm,
I had said on one of your streams, I said, I'll give the move a 5. Because I really feel bad for y'all who live down in Oakland, or up in Oakland, excuse me, because you're north.
mm-hmm,
I feel bad for you guys because, Raiders are moving to Vegas, but, not done deal yet.
mm-hmm.
But, I think, but I'm glad because I am closer, and when they move, I can go to games. But I also feel bad for you guys because you're losing your team.
I mean, Donis was trying to come in too, and so I think he wants to be added to the call. What do you say we add Donis to the call, Go Warriors?
Hey, that's fine with me.
Okay, so we're gonna add Donis. Are you there? Hello, Donis. Hello, Donis. Donis is. He accepted the contact request, but I don't think he's been added yet. And hey, Donis, we're trying to add you, and you said no. Oh, there he is. Okay. So if I do an incoming call, I'm accepting the call. They should add.
Hold on.
Hey, Donis, how are you? Hold on a second. I'm trying to add you. Wait a minute. I'm trying to add you. I don't know who this other guy is. I'm trying to add. I've got. We'll go Warriors. Hold on a second.
Hold on, let me.
Okay. All right. All right, let me get back. Let's see here. Let me see here.
I got you.
All right, hold on a second.
Okay.
All right, okay, I'm trying to get Go Warriors back. Hey, Donis, I'm gonna have to get you. I'm gonna have to let you go to get him back. Okay.
Okay, that's
Okay.
fine by me.
Okay.
Do you understand me?
Yes, I understand you. Hello. Let's take a look. Hey, folks.
Yes.
This is Donis. Hey, Donis,
Yes.
how are you?
Actually is pronounced Donis.
Hey, Donis, how are you?
Is not Donis, is Donis.
Donis, gotcha. John Mark says hello. We're trying
Yes.
to. I'm trying.
Hello.
Hello.
Let me see if I can
Cool.
get myself.
Yeah.
Okay, I can't see you on Skype.
Oh, you can't?
But I
Okay.
could see you on YouTube, I think, yeah, I could see you.
Okay.
How
Hello.
are you?
Excellent. How are you doing, sir?
I'm doing okay. I'm doing nice. How's Georgia?
I am fantastic. Hey, put the camera over a little bit to your left, because you're a little off center there. That's great.
Yeah.
That's great.
How about that?
Yeah. Now, okay, that's great. And I had Go Warriors.
Sorry.
Oh, that's okay. He's on hold, so we're going back and forth. I'm gonna have to do this so that this is a cool experiment. Hey, so Donis, tell me, what do you think about the Raiders season ticket issue?
Deep down inside of me, I think the whole biggest deal is becoming a joke.
Oh, he's picking up a joke. Hey, Donis, I'm gonna put you to work. I want you see on the side there. Do you see what they're saying in chat?
Hold on, let me.
Oh, I'll read it. I'll read it to you. I'll read it to you. Don't move. I'll read it to you. Corvette says.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah, Corvette says.
I got you.
Corvette says, "Hey, Doris." Barry Lee says, "Hi." Ellis Conway says, "Hello." John Mark says, "Donis is the next Steven Spielberg."
I don't know about that.
Ruben Ortiz says hello. Everybody says hello. It's very nice. Very nice.
Hello.
Let me try to see if I can get Gold Warriors back to join us. Hold on a second.
Please do so, yeah.
Oh, that's okay. You didn't know that. He's online, but he's also listed as being on hold. I'm trying to see if I can... Hey, Gold Warriors, you there? Okay, I'm trying to... Okay, it's funny. I've got this where if I have Donis on, you're on hold. I'm trying to merge the calls, and it won't let me. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to... let's see here. It says add to call. And that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to add the call here. You're online. It says add to call. If I hit plus here, that's weird. Let me go back. Donis is on hold. Let me see if I can add. But your camera is not working, right?
Yeah, my camera's not working at all.
Okay. Tell you what. Let me finish up with Donis, and I'll switch back to you. All right?
Okay.
All right. Don't go anywhere. All right. Hey, Donis, you there? Donis, you there? Donis, you there? Hello. Oh, he's on hold. Try that again. Bring him back.
Hold on.
You there?
Yes, I'm there.
Cool.
Hold on, let me put my Skype.
Ellis Conway says you're the coolest dude in the world. So there you go.
Well, thank you. So tell me about yourself. How did you get into media, into new media, if you don't mind me asking?
Oh, not at all. I'm going to answer that question. Then I'm going to go back to answering theirs. But real quick, the way I got involved here is Jerry Brown was mayor of Oakland. Jerry Brown fired me after I tried to bring the Super Bowl to Oakland, and I said, you can't fire me. I quit. But even prior to that, actually, what happened was that after I did that, to make a long story short, I started Oakland's first blog because people were feeding me all kinds of gossip about what was going on in the mayor's office, and I thought, what do I do to get that out there? And I, on my own, created Oakland's first blog and blog network. But it wasn't my first foray into media. I was a columnist with the Montclarian from 1993 to 1996, and that basically got me the job working with the mayor of Oakland as his economic advisor. So that's how that happened.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Hey, how did you...
And how you like the new media as pertaining with the traditional media, like writing for the daily reviews.
I like it. I like it. Right.
Free time.
I like it because it's authentic and real. And by the way, everybody's saying hi. Rick Rice says, "What's up, Donis?" And
I'm doing well, thank you.
And
thank you. I need to save myself. I look like a beast.
Yeah. Hey, so how did you become a Raiders fan?
Long story, but to tell the truth, when I see the Raiders, okay, I see the guy that has one eye and this one eye meaning his half blind, but he's keep on going, you know?
Yes, sir, I do. Hey, Go Warrior says hi, Donis, by the way. He says hi, Donis. Go
Hi, is
Donis, I apologize. Donis.
Like doe, a deer, a female.
Like doe, a deer, female deer. Got it. Donis.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah. You know, is Greek.
Yeah.
Is Greek.
Right.
So, anyway, yes.
Right. Hey, who's your favorite Raider?
Who's my favorite Raider? I will have to pick. Is between Kenny Stable and Bo Jackson.
Between Kenny Stabler and Bo Jackson, he says. Donis, John Mark says you're the next great director.
I want to go down, but yes.
Nice.
Yes.
Nice.
I'm in the process of doing another movie, you know?
Oh, wait, he's going to do another movie. What's the movie?
Stay tuned.
Oh, stay tuned. We'll definitely do that. I definitely will.
Yes. Actually, you know what? Actually, I'm meaning your help, but I'm going to have to wait until I get my stuff together, you know?
Yes, sir, I do. I definitely do.
So basically, I would say stay tuned because I don't want to talk too much about it.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. So so tell me, are you running for mayor of Oakland?
I'm giving serious thought and moves in that direction, but my main obligation right now is for my mom here. So that you know, and I've got a lot of stuff I'm working out, and just the basics of running my company right now and getting more clients. But
Family is number one, you know?
Yep.
Family is number one, of course.
Yep.
Yes.
Now,
Yes.
if I am, I'll tell you what. If I am mayor of Oakland, the Raiders will get their stadium, and I will do everything to keep them in Oakland without costing the taxpayers an additional cent beyond the deal that exists right now. And I know that can be done.
Well, that would be, did you think about moving your mom to Oakland?
Well, we've already lived there, so this is actually no, that's not going to happen. I'm going to kind of steer that clear from more talk about that and talk more about the Raiders. So let's do this.
Go for it.
So let's do this. Let's schedule a time when I can have you back, and I'm going to switch over. In fact, I had Go Warriors on, and I'm going to.
Of course.
Okay, and but we didn't even schedule that either. So in fairness, I had you back on both on equal time. What I want to do is set a time when you know what I need to do is I need to set it up where I can have multiple people on at once, right?
Yeah, you could do that.
Right. And it won't let me add the call, so I need to make sure that all of your videos are set up. Right?
Okay.
Yes, I'll do that.
Okay, you could go. Do you have Mac? Do you have Mac or PC?
I have a Mac.
Oh, okay. You go to conversations.
Okay.
And then you go down and you could find add people.
Oh, okay. Add people. It says, well, send photos, decrease volume. I see mark conversations as read, clear recent. I see, let's see, I've got hang up, hold, mute microphone, stop video, increase volume, decrease volume, increase message. I don't see add people. I see send contacts, send locations, share screen. Is that it?
No, hold on.
Okay.
Hold on. No, it's not in. It's not in. It's like is add people is after share screen.
Oh, I see it now. It says add people. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And okay. Hey, I'm gonna have to do this another time, but let me work on it, okay? Because I've got it. All right. I will go back to the live stream. Okay.
Yes. And I will try to be more decent.
Okay. Hey, Donis, I will see you.
See you on the chat line.
You got it. I'll see you on the chat line right now. Okay, I'll see you. Okay.
Bye-bye.
All right, see you. That was a cool well, folks, that was a cool experiment. Hey, Go Warriors, I want to get back to you, but I think because I hadn't planned either one, I wanted to combine them. Let me do this. Hey, Go Warriors, are you there?
I'm here.
Yeah, hey, let's schedule another time. I wanted to combine them and I wasn't doing it right. So you can work on your camera and that way I can combine them and set a time to do that. Because what happens is that when I have you on, I can't focus on what the people are saying on the chat, right? So it's kind of like, you know, so it becomes two-way conversation and the people don't get heard what they want to say on chat. Does that make sense?
Right.
Okay. But but hey, you know what? Pretty cool. Work next time. Work on the camera. We'll do an experiment when we hook up the camera. How's that?
Yeah, that will work. Tomorrow at 1:30, like I wanted to.
Well, we'll work it out because my schedule's a little ginky tomorrow. We'll work it out. We'll work it out off camera. How's that? Because right now we're live.
Yeah, that's fine. That's no
right.
problem with me.
All right. See you, chat. All right. Okay.
All right. Bye.
Okay. See you. Hey, so folks, that was a pretty cool experiment. That you know, that was cool. As Money Lynch Scott says, that was cool. That was cool. I think Barely says, Zinni, I have to go. The lightning is getting bad here. You mean like thunder? Zzz, is that it? Wow. Man, oh man. Is that what's happening, Barry Lee? Cedric says, very cool. Once you get figured out. Yeah, it is very cool, isn't it? It is very cool. Yeah, I don't know who the Zed person that was calling in was. That was weird. And, Zinni like a coach swatting flies. No, you guys are the guys swatting flies. Oh, ML, I think I sent you a Skype request. Hey, ML, were you the Zed person? Were you the Zed with the numbers? Was that you? Was that you? I'm trying to figure out if that was you. Barry Lee says, oh, that wasn't you. Okay. Yeah, whoever the Zed person was, that was weird. They called, then they tried to infiltrate the Skype call, and that was it. They didn't participate in the live stream and say, look, right? So I was like, what are you doing that for? And they tried twice. So I was like, batted them down. Now Zed might have been Money Man. John Marks, I think you're right. And the mischievous Money Man. Barry Lee says, see y'all later. I have to plug up my modem. Hey, Barry Lee, there's a thunderstorm going on in Texas? Ooh. There's a thunderstorm going on? Wow. Wow. Excuses. Cole says, excuses. Donis says, any of you understand my way of talking? Yes, understood, Donis. I say, yes, Donis. Yes. Yes, Donis, yes. Oh, because of the lightning. Barry is... Don't get struck by lightning there. Don't get struck by lightning. I don't know if that was Ricky Bobby or not. I don't know who that was. But getting back to the Raiders, the Raiders have announced that they have signed 6 of their 9 NFL draft and free agency picks, which is a pretty good track record. You want, well, actually, with 7 of 9, right? So you want to have them all lined up and all signed. That's what you want. And yeah, Ellis, Ellis speaks for me, Donis, and I remember it now. It's Donis like Adonis, doe, a deer, 3-way deer, 2-way deer, something like that. I don't know. Yeah. Picks 1 to 3 not signed. Actually, Garen Conley is signed. Conley is signed. So it's a bit of a kind of a weird chalk mark. Conley is signed. And yeah, you met Jalen Richard? What was he like? What was he like? Conley is signed. And yep, we can completely understand. Not without equivocation. Yeah, was he cool? GSR is Golden State Raider. Hey, John Marks, who do you got tomorrow night? The Predators? Basically Nashville or Pittsburgh? I got Nashville. I got Carrie Underwood. Folks, I'm going to break away at 1:30 tonight and get an early start. Memorial Day is tomorrow. So it's 1:26. So, because I notice everybody's nodding off. We've got Nashville, he says. Nashville. He was GSR says it was very interactive. I like that. See, John Mark says barbecue. I had barbecue today. Ribs, baby. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Ribs. 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 So go Warriors, we'll work out the details. And John Mark, you're on Skype too. Hey, who else is on Skype? I think we did this a list before. Send me an email to zenny@zenny62.com. And yeah, email I did. I'm going to talk about that for a second. In fact, I ought to have another live stream on movies. Zenny62.com. Yeah, I'm off in 3 minutes. Yeah. I'll explain this to you. The short version is the problem is that with Alien Covenant is, for those of you who saw Prometheus, I've seen every Alien movie going back to its inception, going back to Alien, all right? I have come to expect crew competence. They put on their spacesuits to go on the planet because they know they can get infected. If somebody they think might be infected, they don't let them on the ship. Those two rules were violated in Alien Covenant because they thought, oh, it's an Earth-like planet. But I don't care. Tom Skerritt, when he was the captain of the Nostromo on Alien, would never have done that. He would have shot somebody on sight for trying to do that, okay? In fact, he just would not have allowed that. In fact, Ripley really would not have been allowed that. Tom Skerritt actually brought that thing on board. Remember, she tried to keep it entirely off, and he put it in sort of like a mid-range. But the bottom line is they took precautions. The people, the Alien Covenant people, they were numbnuts, and they got blown to bits for it. No. And not only that, the ones that, prior to getting blown to bits, they had particles going up their nose from this, or in their ear, from this biohazardous material that when it got into you basically created a burster of a different type. I mean, you had no chance. Once you were on that planet, the minute you breathed the air, remember you sat down and breathed the air, or you're screwed. Okay? So they went into an environment that was contaminated. That's why I walked out. I was like, come on, And yeah, it's already out, Ellis. Yeah. I do have Snapchat. I'm Zenny62 there. And thanks, everybody. And Tom Skerritt, he's Strawberry. Hey, John Marks, I interviewed Tom Skerritt. The Gayful says, cool, Mr. Zenny, you got it. And I'm Snapchat. All right, so I'm going to bid everybody adieu. And I'm going to do a follow-up on Alien Covenant so I can talk more about that. Not tonight, though. But thank you all very much. See you tomorrow. Go Nashville Predators. All right, good night, everybody. Good night. Oh, I can talk to you for days about Prometheus. I love Prometheus. I can talk to you for days about it, all right? Prometheus is one of my favorite movies, especially Charlize Theron in it. Just saying, all right? And, yeah. And subscribe to Go Warriors, by the way, please. Good night. Good night, everybody. Good night. And thank you, Go Warriors. And thank you, Donis. Thank you all very much. See you. Good night. See ya.